today's business world, growth isn't about capital, it's about finding the right talent. So, joining us today is Sushant Acharya, the driving force behind BinQle, a global company changing how enterprises hire. Interestingly, his journey didn't start as an HR. He's a chartered accountant by training and he began his career at Deloitte, working on finance as well as strategy. But along the way, he noticed a common problem. That his company weren't short on money, but they were short on the right people. And that's and that insight led him to build what he calls talent intelligence, which is a smarter and more structured way to identify and deliver the right talent. So today, through BinQle, he is helping enterprises move beyond traditional hiring with AI-led screening and a strong focus on outcomes. So please welcome Sushant Acharya. Hi Sushant, how are you?
I'm fine. Thank you so much. How are you doing?
I'm great. I'm great. Thanks for asking. How are you feeling today?
It's great. Sunny day. It's really great.
Yeah, amazing. Perfect. So let's jump into our conversation, Shushant. Okay. Firstly, I would like you to walk us through like how does your process first approach ensures consistency and accountability across different roles, clients, and geography. Can you walk us through that first?
Of course. So thanks for asking this. So we need to understand how BinQle really works, right? So this whole HR industry, it's not a process-driven industry. It's a people-driven industry. So what we are trying to do here is to make this as a process-driven, process-driven industry. So we have introduced a lot of processes into the system where we ensure that we should not depend only on the recruiters. See how it really works. So when we get a requirement and then we jump onto the requirement and then start working. So we don't do that. So first, we don't really depend upon the recruiters. That's how we have set up the process. So in that process, it is driven what we call as role intelligence blueprint, right? So when we get some interaction or a JD or a job description, right, we first understand what is the cultural fit of the organization. And the second part is very important is what is the good to have and must have skills, right? The third part is what kind of person thrives in this kind of environment. These are 2-3 factors which we always try to get in to ensure that we must get through a process, and then we jump into the multi-layer validation. So it's not just about the competency. It's all about intent and context as well. So these are the areas where we ensure that if there is a process, then it has to be followed rigorously, and that's how you can achieve the desired result. So if you see, then we shoot up into the delivery governance dashboard, right?
Right.
And if you see nowadays, right, 30 to 40% of bad hiring happens due to poor role clarity and consistency, right? If we would be able to somehow get a clarity on the consistency over the roles, right? So then it would be really easy for us to get the right fit at the right time at the right place.
That's amazing, Sushant, the way you have explained it. And now I would like you to talk about something that you have mentioned that AI powered screening is the core differentiator for your organization, right? And in this market, where everyone is claiming to use AI at its best possible capabilities. So, what makes your screening process genuinely stand out in the crowd? Can you shed some light on this?
Sure. Well, you might be hearing about this AI from last, if you see, last 3-4 years. Post-COVID, we have spent 2-3 years, and now the AI era has taken a boom. And just like the robotics earlier or the internet in the very long back in 2000, like 2001 and 2002, right? So the internet era has took a revolution. Similarly, now the AI has took a revolution. Now Still the AI is at its boom. Most of the industry are still dependent on the traditional approach. But unlike other players, I'm not sure about how the other players are working and aligned with the AI. But we are strongly aligned and involved in a deep process. Now you have to understand, like if you remove the AI, like from anything, half of the industry will go to silent.
Yeah.
Right nowadays. So we need to understand whether AI is a buzzword or a decision engine, right? So what we have done is we have inculcated AI into a segmented process, whether it is on the JD creation, whether it is on the screening into multiple layers, whether it is the bot screening process, whether it is a like live screening through a proctoring, or whether it is an assessment. So how we are assessing the result is equally important. So AI helped us answering not just the candidate do the job, but will they succeed in it? So that's really a factor which comes under the behavioral assessment and other factors which we do that. See, most of the tool operates on the keyword matching and resume, but we go beyond towards that. I mean, we look forward to the career trajectory, like still tangent mapping and stability and intent indicator. So these are a couple of things which really enabled us and differentiate from others. So it's not like just pushing the tools to our clients. It's the integrated services what we do, right? So we use the technology where we claim that we are embedding it, the technology and service. Now, if you see the India market, right? India market, no matter whatever, earlier we used to have manual cars. Now we have automatic, but still you need people to drive it. It's same. The AI is working in the same way. AI is just enhancing your productivity, but you need people to drive that and to channelize that AI tools to give the maximum productivity. So hence, all the customer wants a result in a qualitative manner and in consistency so that they get the desired productivity. Nobody was looking forward for a perfect talent. They just want the right talent. So to figure out the right talent, we are using the best what could be possible, and that's how what I would if I conclude, AI gives us speed and structure gives us accuracy, and we choose accuracy. So that's why I mean we are very much inclined and very much embedded with the AI tools and AI world. Right, I really appreciate and I really thankful that this AI has comes into the picture, which has redefined the whole era of HR and recruitment and hiring models.
Perfect, Sushant. And also, most of the staffing firms talk about speed and volume, right? But BinQle clearly emphasizes that execution and outcomes should be there, right? So, what does built for execution look like in your day to day delivery model?
Okay, so we might have read and we might have heard about a lot of things that we are doing this, we are doing that. I mean, these are the ideas and these are the ideal structure we should do. Now, end of the day, what do you think is idea or implementation? A lot of people, those who are working in the entire world, they have a lot of ideas. You check with any guy, he or she must be having an idea and starting an own venture. The problem is execution. When you really execute it, you will turn up to somewhere. You have to start somewhere. So that I do believe that execution is the most critical and important part.
Okay.
Whosoever has succeeded in their life, if you then ask them, they will tell you that the only thing that drives them in is discipline. So execution is very much aligned with the discipline. Right? There are a lot of activities, but not always a lot of outcomes. Right? So very simple philosophy what we follow, right? Execution is not about how much you do, right? It's about how much actually closes, right? So operationally, what it means, like recruiter handles few roles, but with a good ownership. Now, ownership is really important, right? If you are owner of something, you you have to take that as if it is your baby. Now, if it is your baby, you go to any extent to take care of that. So that's what we really try to inbuild. The second maybe we track progress daily, not weekly. So what has to be done there? There is a strong like deliverables. So what has to be done today? It has to be done today itself, right? And we work in the delivery pods, not isolated function, right? So execution, whatever you decide, whether it is AI, non-AI, whether it is whether you are using any tool, hardware, software, if you are not implementing and if you are not following that process on a daily basis, right? And if you are not tracking that on a daily basis, there is no meaning of getting into anything, right? So if I conclude this, so we are not in the business of sending resume. We are in the business of doing quality outcomes. That's what we're focusing on.
So, Sushant, you have mentioned that the organization shows 70% plus joining ratio, which is significantly higher than the other industry averages. So, what specific processes or checkpoints help you maintain such a strong conversion from offer to joining? Can you just walk us through that?
Of course. Kajal, we need to understand like how really the industry works and what is the expectation nowadays. It's very simple. How we are attaining the 70% joining ratio is very, very simple. For example, I'll give you an example and then we'll discuss. For example, you are an enterprise customer, right? And you need 10 headcount into a particular project, right? Now, unlike the other vendors, what they do is they are just imagine that you are a project owner, right, or a project leader. Now, what other doing? They are simply sending resumes one by one, back to back, or they have a backup, or they have a bench resources. Nowadays, bench resources does not really add any value. Reason behind the technology is changing very fast, and no company is really requiring a single set of technology. So they want a combination of cloud and a particular technology, and that's why bench resources are really not working. So here, now, if you are a project owner, what do you want? You are really busy, right? What you want is a screen and a qualitative resource. What we do is we are divided into two steps. One, give quality. How we are doing it as we already have a lot of AI multi-layer screening process, which is enabled with proctoring and different tools, which enable the quality of the candidate. Now, imagine that you have received for each position, we just send 2 profiles. Now we give you choices, choose between better and best. Unlike others, they are giving you choices between out of the total population. You need to put a lot of efforts to find out the right resource. Now we give evidence, that is report with the recorded video, how we have seen the candidate, right? And that will give you a choice to choose become better and best. So to do this exercise, we are already rejecting 100 of people inside in the backend side. So hence the quality has already ensured. When it reach out to you, your 80% time is reduced which you were spending into screening part. And hence the first part is solved, which is the qualitative screening. Now the second biggest part is the backouts. It's an industry-wide problem. It's worldwide. It's not India or any other country. It's worldwide problem. Now to come up with that, I have interacted with many people into industry, enterprise, all across the people. But what I have figured out is very difficult to curb that. So what we have come up with for each position, right? What we used to do that, and what we are now doing is earlier we are depending on and we're building relationship with the candidate, and so that we're ensuring that yes, it will the candidate will join, but eventually it doesn't happen and it doesn't work in a real world. So encourage all the stakeholders, all the project owners, all the customers. Okay, what we supposed to do here is for each position create a backup. We are sending you profiles, just finalize 2 or 3 candidates for each position, so that you should not suffer. And if all of them are candidate, all of them are joining, so we have a lot of clients where we have a lot of bandwidth. So we accommodate. It's not like we are disturbing the harmony between the candidate and as being an organization, or not with the client. So we accommodate them as well. We hire them as well, and we place them into a different customer. So that's how we are reducing the churning, and we are ensuring the high onboarding ratio.
So, Sushant, you also mentioned that you work extensively with US enterprises and global capability centers, right? So, what are some of
Yes.
the biggest hiring challenges with these organizations that you face today, and how is your model specifically designed to solve all of those challenges? Can you just shed some light on this too?
Yes, of course. So, well, you need to understand the psychology and mindset of US enterprise and GCC. Right?
Okay.
So, what they want quality. They don't compromise in quality. They pay well, and they want quality. Now, if you see the global market, India is one of the largest human resource provider,
Yeah.
as if the China is the global manufacturer of most of the product. Similarly, India is the largest human capital, human resource provider. The reason being, like we adapt, we are the most population with the speaking, those who speak in English. We have a very good capability of speaking English if you see the overall whole world, right? So these are some certain capability, and we are really hardworking. As an Indian, we are really hardworking. These are the quality, and of course, it's a low cost for any GCC and US enterprise. Now, like considering the high population in India, but what is the right population for this particular talent? If we talk about talent, right? So finding the right talent is a big challenge. So for saying we are say that we have a populated country, but if you go and find the right talent, it will be really difficult. So if you see the biggest, I mean, if we point down the biggest challenges, right? So it's like, again, the talent scarcity for niche skills, right? Then there's a offer volatility, speed and quality pressure, and cultural alignment. Now, right now in last 5 to 10 years, 5 years maybe, those who are living in the metro cities, they have started adapting the Western culture right now. But still there is a huge cultural difference, what they have and what we have, right? Yeah. So to solve all this problem, I mean, what we have come up with, like AI-led talent mapping to identify hidden talent pool. There are different pools where like GitHubs and all different areas where we need to find the niche talent. Where we are also looking forward for deep screening layer for quality and fit, and high touch engagement to reduce drop off, and dedicated GCC delivery pods. So we need to understand like GCC and US enterprise are. I mean, if you see, this ecosystem is expected to cross 3 million professional and 2,000 plus centers in India. Okay. So right. So if you see in today's market, finding a talent is not a challenge. Finding the right talent before someone else does it is the challenge, right? This is cutthroat competition because they have high pressure and they need to set up their GCC and they need to deliver. So what they're coming in, right? So this is no longer a hiring problem; it's a talent strategy problem. That's what I see.
Perfect, Sushant. And also with this evolving industrial dynamic, how are you planning to shape the future of the company in the next 5 to 10 years?
So, Kajal, we need to understand now. We believe that the industry is going through a fundamental shift right now. We have already got a lot of AI technology and tools into the system, which enables qualitative screening, multi-layered thread. Now, if you see, the fundamental shift is from staffing to talent intelligence to outcome ownership, right? So, what I believe our roadmap to build around three things, right? Talent intelligence layer, right, which helping client answer where is the talent available, what drives their decision, and how can we predict the movement. right? So the next could be the predictive hiring using AI, right? Moving from reactive hiring to who is likely to succeed even before hiring them. And outcome-based model, right, where we take accountability not just for hiring, but for performance, retention, and long-term success.
Okay.
So we have a huge scope, and if you see, the global staffing market is projected to somewhere around 700 billion. So if we do it correctly, if we really understand the pain points, and if we really delivers the result, what is desired, the need of the sky is the limit. People does say that there is a huge competition, but always there is always a room at the we just need to do it correctly and rightly. So these are the areas I believe using the technology in the right way is very important. So, but to do that, you need to understand the technology and how we can utilize it and implement them in the right way.
Well, Sushant, I have to say that you being such a young entrepreneur have so easily and effortlessly implemented, AI advancement in the talent industry. And we wish you all the best for your future endeavors. And we hope to see you for more of such informative sessions in the future as well. So thank you so much for joining us today.
Thanks, Kajal. Thank you so much for inviting me into such a valuable and insightful interaction. I'm very delighted. Thank you so much.
Pleasure is all ours. We wish you all the best. Thank you. Have a nice day.